correspond to any element. That's insane. Yeah. Like, that's insane. You know, to know that stuff has actually happened to people and that it actually exists. It's kind of crazy to actually know that. But I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things, you know, where I think we're all on very different we're all on very different streets and kind of thoughts about aliens and so forth. I know, Ryan, you're kind of on the fence about it. There's a lot of stuff that you do believe, but you know, you question.
I don't question because I don't believe. I question because I want to.
You want to believe, but you want the proof.
The main phrase from X-Files, I want to believe. I do want to believe, and I do believe, but I want to believe for the right reasons. Because I want to be someone who actually understands it, not just like, there's definitely, I don't want to be like someone's like, there's definitely aliens, I believe it. I have actually, from our ghost episode that I was part of, have had experiences where I feel they've been paranormal involving ghosts. I have actually never had any quote-unquote extraterrestrial experiences. I've had friends who have, like in West Greenwich, the Coventry West Greenwich line, the Arcadia Landing area, whatever, Arcadia like Park, whatever. I have had friends who have said they've seen stuff there, but I have never experienced anything. So that's where I'm at. I want to see something. I want to know. I want to actually experience something.
No, I completely agree, and I'm looking forward to having my next episode with my cousin because he's actually had some experiences. But the only friend of mine that I know that has actually had a experience that I believe is somebody that we all know is Andrew Kavanaugh. So I was actually hanging out with Andrew Kavanaugh maybe about 2 weeks, not 2 weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, and we were outside his house.
He's been dead for 10 years. Oh.
Whatever. We were talking about Andrew Kavanaugh. We were talking about talking about him, and I said, "Listen, man, we were just basically talking about UFOs, I guess." And he was like, I don't really tell a lot of people this. He's like, but I kind of saw like a UFO. He's like, but every time I bring it up, people think I'm nuts. And I was like, no, man, like, what did you see? And he said that he was with his grandfather, who has since passed away, and his grandfather and him had pulled into his driveway in his house. And as his grandfather got out of the car and had dropped him off, he happened to kind of look up, and they saw this spaceship, which was it was like a saucer, and it was in this was out in Lincoln, Rhode Island. He saw the UFO or the saucer in kind of like a wooded area that kind of came close
Lincoln
to where
Woods.
his
People have said they've seen things in Lincoln Woods.
No, I know. And he saw
good. I'm
it.
glad
And
you
he saw it kind of in a wooded area in trees, and it was coming towards them. Then stopped, and then kind of took off and vanished. And his grandfather, who is not a believer by any means, saw it and then looked at him and said, "Did you just see that?" And Kavanaugh was like, "Yeah, I saw that." And they didn't know what to think of it. And his grandfather never talked about it again because it wasn't something he wanted to admit that he saw. But Kavanaugh was like, he's like, anytime I ever brought it up to my grandfather after that, he made it like he didn't know what I was talking about, or he never had seen it. It's almost like he didn't want to believe that he had seen it. He's like, but I saw it, he questioned me, and I confirmed what he saw. He's like, so two people seeing the same thing is obviously something that can't be an illusion or can't be, like a delusion. So, to have somebody else have kind of like an experience is interesting to hear, but it's not something that I can by any means, I want to align with him on it. I want to accept the fact that he saw it, but I can't because I wasn't there. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's awesome if he actually saw something, like cool, good for him. That's more proof, in his mind, but I can't really.
Can I pose a question really quick?
I can't really say that, yeah, go for it.
I think everyone in this group has a belief about something. So let me ask this. You have a belief that's strong, but you have no basis in it that proves it one way or the other. Would you rather know it's not real or never know?
I'd rather know it's not real.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Because at least I know.
Does that make sense? Should I reword that? Is that, you know what I mean? Like,
would you rather know it's not real or never know? I'd rather know it's not real.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does this pertain to? Does this just pertain to anything that's unknown?
When you say that, I'm answering that as like UFOs.
In this situation, it's UFOs. No, but how about like so this is the same group that had the ghost conversation, right?
Yeah.
So would you rather know it's not real or never know, like ghosts, aliens, Donald?
For
Trump's hair?
me, I'm just gonna say I'd rather know it's not real
Rather know it's not real.
than never know. Yeah.
I guess for me, it depends. It depends on the topic. Ghosts and aliens, fine. You can tell me if they're real or not. Religion in the afterlife, I want to leave that
Unknown.
open to interpretation.
Yep.
I think not just myself, but I think the world as a whole would not be able to grasp the concept of what comes next. I think it would turn the world into anarchy.
I will say-
Same thing for the future.
Yeah.
If we're able to know what comes, what comes next in regards to the future, I would rather leave that blank.
I have to
my
agree
question's
with
unfair,
Jim
by
on
the
that
way.
one. Like UFOs and ghosts, totally, but I don't think the world would be able to function if religion was something that didn't make any sense. And as far as the future, I don't think that's something that anybody should know, because if they do, they're going to have control as to where we go. So I'd rather nobody ever know, like never know that.
I'd rather go on not knowing
Yeah, see, I'm with Cooley on that. I'm with
because it's more fun.
yeah. I think that's why. I think that's
Yeah, but when you say more fun, I mean, it's obviously not more fun.
No, it is.
Like, is it because of it's the curiousness, or is it like you're scared of actually knowing?
It leads you to
No, it's like once you know that it's not true, then you stop wondering, and wonder is what fuels me, man. Like I love to imagine different things. Like I science fiction wouldn't be as potent to me if I knew for sure that none of this shit could ever happen.
If
right?
we knew
So,
this podcast would be over, there would be
Yeah.
there would be little debate.
right.
my favorite thing
That's one more thing that we can't debate about.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing? Like, think about it. Like, what's your favorite thing? Acting? Comedy? Like, what's your favorite thing? Think about it. Think about
Well,
if you knew your favorite thing, you knew what you were going to do next. I write music. If I knew what my next song was going to be, what the fuck's the fun in playing music?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I feel like that's different. I mean, because it is in a sense though, but because if you think about like aliens, like is it bullshit or is it real? Somebody goes, it's real. Okay, I know that shit's going on. Is that ghost that you saw real or real? Yes, no, done. Like that answers that question. But there's a monologue. I want you to do what you can with it. That's creativity.
You're right.
That's something you can kind of come up with. Like anybody's going to have their own interpretation. That's not a yes or no
Because
question.
we're talking. So you're right, and I agree with you now, because what you're saying is so are aliens real? Yes. Are you gonna write a new song or write a new bit or write a new bit?
Yes, but the way
but
I
what
do it-
is it?
Yeah.
What do the aliens look like? I don't know. I don't know either. What's
Yeah.
this new song going to sound like? What's this new act going to be like? I don't know. So I get what you're saying. So you're right.
Yeah.
So you're saying you would like to know, is it a thing? Yes. But you don't want to know what it is. What it's specifically like. Is that what you're saying?
See, the problem
Right,
is if
but I mean that I think I know where you're going to this. But if you open up the question to, but it's very different situations, because if you say are aliens real, let's say it's no. Okay, end of discussion. If you say yes, then I have more questions. Like, what does it look like? Like, where does it come from? Why?
like?
Then my mind goes fucking nuts. But if somebody says, "Are you gonna do a monologue tomorrow?" Yes. What is it? Okay. Is it this play? Yes. Okay, do it. Then I'm gonna do that. But you can have 5 people say they're gonna do that monologue, but it's all gonna be different. 5 people are going to write the same song that you have envisioned, but it's all going to be different.
Can I tell a really funny story really quick? It's not that funny.
Do it. And that we got a couple minutes left, and then we're going to close it.
The only time I ever thought I saw an alien, I was 6 years old. We were visiting my family from Massachusetts, southern Massachusetts. Where they lived on near close to Rhode Island.
Right.
And went to the Rustic Drive for the first time.
Okay.
I don't remember what I was seeing, but I honestly thought I saw an alien because what flew by me, like thousands of feet in the air, it was like shooting stars probably, but it looked like the slave one from Star Wars. So I thought I saw aliens. I just remembered that. That was the first time. It's not a joke because it probably was like 2 stars, but I was like, it's Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So if somebody had told you that aliens weren't real and like they had squashed that shit, like you would not have had that moment because you would have been like,
tells a 4-year-old shit like that though?
well, I'm just saying like if like the question was if you could go on not knowing or know that this shit's not real, like to me it takes the science out of science fiction. It just becomes fiction, and there's no science fiction anymore. It's
Right.
just everything is fantasy at that point.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I feel like, everybody is going to have their own idea about what is real and what isn't real. I mean, if there's scientific facts as a kid to back that up, then yeah, you're going to say yes or no. But, it's kind of like Santa Claus. Like there are a lot of people that are like, oh, it's not fucking real. And as you grow up, you know that it's not. But as a kid, there's 10 out of 12 kids telling you it's not real, and then there's 5 out of 10 telling you that it is real. So you're kind of up to your own, idea of what is and what isn't real,
I also think that we as a human culture are going to find something to maybe debate about. If we find out that aliens don't exist or that ghosts don't exist, fine, that topic is squashed. We're going to go on to some new topic that we're going to create, and we're going to end up debating about that.
Right, because again, we can't let things be unexplained.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, ghosts don't exist, but giraffe men, that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you believe in giraffe men?
And
That
he
dude over
and,
there
and,
with the
and-
long neck.
And it's funny,
Where did
dude,
that come
because
from, though?
because when he talks about giraffe men, the one thing I know about Jim Kelly is that he despises giraffes because he feels like they're actually from another planet. So talk about that.
Because of their antennas, right?
I just don't think they look. I mean, I hate to do this, but I just don't think that they look anything like a real creature. They have fucking these. What's the point of their long ass necks and the horns? And it's just every time I see them, it just looks like you could just walk over and just fucking push them over.
And they have
I know
purple
you
tongues.
can't.
Never heard of this before. What is
They have purple tongues.
I don't really want to get into this. Is a topic for another day. But I really don't like giraffes.
Once we stop recording this, I need to.
I am 100%
do you mean-
racist
wait,
against
do you mean
giraffes.
Anytime I'm at a zoo, I take a
giraffe?
picture in front of a giraffe and I tag Jim Kelly in it.
That's what I heard.
Giraffes, like the animal giraffes.
Oh, you hate male giraffes.
No, what? What are we talking
He
about?
said men giraffes earlier. You said.
He said giraffe men.
Yeah, that's what I assume you meant.
I did. I said giraffe
But
man.
not
So I
male
think
giraffes.
Only-
men that are-
only as
like,
a-
imagine Tony with like really long legs and a big purple tongue. That's what I thought you meant.
Then I'd hate Tony.
But you hate
But I'm
male
just.
giraffes.
But I'm just saying. I'm
No,
just saying.
giraffe
in general,
people in general.
You hate no, they're not people. You hate giraffes.
Yes,
Like
I
when
hate
Roger
giraffes.
Williams- When Roger Williams Park had a baby giraffe, you were like, "Fuck that piece of shit kid."
I was definitely like, fuck
You're like,
that thing.
abort,
Let's go.
abort, abort,
Let's
abort.
all get hammers and just freaking
You were at
beat
the, he
it.
was at the door with
Like
the
burn
hanger,
crosses,
like 3 weeks
right?
ago, like walking along the fence.
I'm-
I'm ready to fuck this kid's up.
Well, I'm not like. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm joking around. I'm not gonna go just kill a giraffe for the hell of it because I hate it. I just wouldn't want any part of it.
You don't want to kill giraffe babies. You want to kill giraffe men.
No, what are we talking about now? Now I'm confused. Giraffe men was simply a topic that I threw out there to say that if we found out that aliens don't exist, then we're going to find some other topic to discuss that may or may not be real. And I just said giraffe men. Just throw giraffe men out of the conversation. Giraffes I hate. End of discussion.
So I think what we want to do is, on that note, we're actually going to kind of close out the podcast. We talked about a lot of stuff. Like I said, guys, if you enjoyed this kind of alien conversation, UFOs, me and my cousin are going to really be getting into it soon on one of our podcasts. But other than that,
Podcast the redheaded stepchild of this alien conversation.
no, totally it is. Dude.
Oh,
I'll
thanks a
totally
lot,
admit
asshole.
it.
Fuck you.
No, what the fuck? I'm saying.
Don't
Jesus
listen to this
Christ.
one. Don't finish this one. Listen to me, my cousin. We're
I'm
gonna
saying,
really-
oh my God, fucking Ryan McCarthy being a dick. I'm just saying, if you enjoyed this, we're gonna have a more in-depth conversation about aliens and other stuff.
What did we just do for
So-
the last 2 hours?
Oh my God, dude, it was only an hour. You fucking dick. It was an hour and 14 minutes. Anyway, so.
Minutes is what my computer says right now.
Yeah, by the way, that's not true. It's not 2 hours, so I'll bet you money on that. Anyway, so I want to thank Jim Rock for being on. Thanks a lot, man.